We're here in front of the gnarliest tree in Canada.
We made it. Avatar Grove. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Passport Renfrew. At the end of the world.
That's for sure.
I'm between the giants.
Between the giants, Annie.
How does that feel?
I feel like I'm really small.
Really tiny in this great big world. Wow, these trees have seen
They've seen a lot of...
like 1,000 years of life. I might just pause here for a second and look up and be like, I'm inside a tree. All right, kids, what is the mission today?
Today we're going to Fairy Lake Trail.
And also Avatar Grove for him book.
We have a book. We're gonna check out Avatar Grove and Fairy Lake.
We're
Old growth. There's an
Old
old
growth,
growth stand there. And what's happening? It's like in the news right now.
they are standing to try and protect this old growth forest with trees over 1,000 years old. And then there's a logging company trying to take down all those trees and cut them up.
We're gonna go in and investigate. We've seen there's Avatar Grove nearby that's already been turned into a park. And there's a group trying to, yeah, there's some pretty big trees in there. A gnarliest tree apparently.
And some
The gnarliest.
giants.
We're gonna spend our day out in the forest, and you know, if the forest company wins, or the logging company, this may be the only time we'll ever get to see these 1,000-year-old trees because they may be about to be cut down.
Whoa, Sam, what do we have here?
This seems to be a logging camp. Logging, very large. Well, I don't know if it's very large. Yeah, I estimate there's about 1,000, maybe more than 1,000 logs.
Wow. The one thing I noticed is they don't seem to be like old growth because these logs are not.
They're really skinny.
They're very skinny, so this must be like second growth, I'm thinking, and not like the old growth. So I wonder if we get further up, closer to where we're going, if we're going to see like more like really like huge logs.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not either. Anyway.
But I think we might.
We're forging on through slush and sleet,
It's actually slush now.
rain and snow.
On the bottom of our windshield and on the sides you can actually see like slush.
Got a bit of collection of slush on the windshield. I'm looking forward to summer, guys, and the adventures that we get on then.
Well, I think it's clearing up here. It's getting brighter.
So we've arrived at Port Renfrew. Look at that huge clear cut. That just looks crazy. Imagine. But why leave it so sharp like that? I wonder.
Annie, do you think is this the way here?
I hope not.
Looks pretty steep up there. I don't think that's the way.
So we've found this bridge that's supposed to have a breathtaking gorge underneath. That's pretty cool.
So tell us, what are we seeing here, Annie?
Well, they're heading down to the confluence of the river, which is basically like the river intersection.
And it's right below where the bridge was that we drove over.
We just drove over the bridge.
Okay, let's go see what we see down there.
How cold do you think the water is going to be?
Pretty cold, I think. Don't fall in.
It's cold.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't feel inspired to go for a swim?
It's colder than like cold.
Colder than cold? That's really cold. Do you want to
I've
feel?
seen like a lot of fossil stones like with white rings and things on them.
Well, how cold the
Like,
water
look at
is.
this one.
It's got a. Oh, and it's all pebbly. It's like it's a dragon egg or something. Except for it's not really egg shaped.
You want to touch the water?
Okay. Oh, it's perfect for a little swim, I think. Perfect. I think I'm gonna go in. No.
Where's the hoverbug?
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see the hoverbug.
So we are at the Avatar Grove, and it's of these old growth pockets here that have been saved. So they saved this a few years ago from logging. So what we're going to do is we're going to check it out. It's kind of try to get an idea like what they're trying to do with what's the new one called?
Fairy Creek.
The Fairy Creek. So I'm kind of thinking that this is what they're trying to turn Fairy Creek into. So we'll just check it out and see what it's like.
All right, so we finally arrived. Here we are, entering Avatar Grove.
Start off with a big tree.
Massive tree. And these trails are all built by volunteers with, I think, the Forest Alliance. And they're actually really nice. Stairs and boardwalks.
Ta-da! That's how
But
big it
it's
is.
massively tall, that one.
And I'm about 5 feet.
Holy cow.
There's a hole inside there.
Oh, that's really cool. Look.
Oh, look.
Place I need to live somewhere.
Well, how useful is that for logging? I mean, it's hollow.
It's not very useful. Yeah.
How could that be good to people? What do the logging companies want with that? Whoa. Just like that. And then the wood itself is like kind of rotting. Like it's very soft. Careful, you don't want that tree to fall down as you're hanging on it. Oh yeah? Annie's is between the giants?
I'm between the giants.
Between the giants, Annie.
How does that feel?
I feel like I'm really small. How many of it is the gnarliest tree?
Well, I guess it's the gnarliest tree they've found so far. British Columbia might be the most likely place for the gnarliest tree because I don't know that the other provinces have.
Oh, it's like light green.
That's beautiful green. I don't think the other provinces have the same amount of forest.
And I'm the goddess of the rain.
And the goddess of the rain, Mother Earth. Yeah, it was for a second there was like these pools of sunshine, and now it's gone as the sun shifted. Feels like a natural amusement park here. Like, you know, you go to Disneyland and they try to recreate spaces like this to make you feel like you're visiting the real thing, really. But it's much safer. Here we could have like a real bear come out at any chance around a corner. Am I making you scared? Did I scare you? There could be bears around here.
Here's going to be a bear.
Cougars. There could be cougars around here. This is the natural world, guys. This is not virtual reality.
We know.
I have a challenge for you guys. So you know, like down in California, there's like a drive thing.
Yeah.
So this one has like a walk through it. You guys think you can walk through it here? Yeah. Walk through the tree. What do you think, Mom? Do you think they can fit through there?
I think they can. Goes one. There goes the other. You can get them on the other side. I think they're already through. I'm inside a tree. Oh, wow. Is that the gnarliest tree? It's pretty gnarly.
No.
It's got some lumps on it.
That's a biggie, Mom. I want that.
Whoa. Annika, stop and look to your left. That's quite big. How many Anderson family of 4 do we need to get around that tree? So I predict you would need, I would think, 3 families of 4 to get around that tree.
4 families of 4.
4?
Yeah, I think we need 16.
That, oh, Annie is a wilderness warrior.
But to this very unstable looking bridge, and over the bridge, have some slack lines to be careful. Over the bridge, that's really cool. I'm the rain goddess.
Yeah. You're the wilderness warrior.
Wait, Mom,
Introduce people to this place they won't probably otherwise go.
Here you go, Dad. You can do it.
Oh no.
And if not, just step in the water. It's fine.
You're going to flip it all the time? Whoa!
Looks like your work from last week has helped improve your balance, I think.
I don't know what that it was. It was a little wobbly.
Like timber!
Timber wobbly.
I'm your wilderness guide for today.
Okay.
So, you cross the bridge. Now, you have to step up onto this log that has been flattened. And you just cross the little river bit. You go down. See? So once you cross the river,
How do you get this stuff in here?
This is interesting rock. Like all of a sudden you have, it almost looks like quartz or something.
yeah,
The rocks are all really white.
look at
Yeah.
the mushroom.
Mushroom.
Oh, a little mushroom. Something.
Now there's some steps. There's a big step.
It's kind of really magical with these white stones though. Really, yeah, and obviously all the massive trees and the little bits of snow.
Oh, and he has an announcement.
It's the gnarliest tree. Let's go, come on.
Okay,
Oh, and he has done some studying. She's actually looked at the pictures.
she's prepared. I sense enthusiasm in this girl. I sense enthusiasm after a car ride of, I told you we shouldn't do this, Mom. All of a sudden she's my warrior wilderness guide. Hey, I just had to push her a little.
You guys see it?
Very gnarly.
You guys are so close, you can smell it now.
Yeah, let's go with that. It's enormous.
Yeah, I think that is it. It does look very gnarly.
So we're here in front of the gnarliest tree in Canada.
We made it. Avatar Grove. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Passport Renfrew. At the end of the world. It feels like.
That's for sure.
Wow.
You found something, Annie?
Yeah, it was in a little crevice of that tree.
A crystal.
Oh.
That's a quartz crystal. What do the quartz crystals do, Annie?
I don't remember. I know the rose quartz, which is not this. It helps with love and relationship.
Love and relationship.
But this is actually your birthstone.
I wonder if somebody put it there to protect the gnarliest tree. Do you think that might be what it was? Protect it, or do you think that it's
I don't
something you could take?
I
I
don't know.
don't know. The cool find.
What is
But
it?
was it meant to
crystal.
protect the gnarliest tree? And we should leave it in that place?
Where'd
There's
you
also
find
a, look at, there's an eagle feather or something placed right there in that.
I found it around back. I probably will put it back.
Put it back, yeah.
I want to see it first for a little bit longer before I put it back.
Oh, okay, and there's something else there as well. What is that there?
What?
No, high up.
Oh, it's one of those,
We'll just leave it. We can just look at it. It's to help protect it, do you think?
yeah. So, I'm going to put back the crystal because it's here to protect the tree. And I can always get more crystals. So,
A little bit sad, but it was pretty cool to find it here.
there's like,
And there we will find,
stand up.
we'll place it in there and someone else can find it, but it will protect the tree.
There we go, that's sort of,
And somebody's got also a God's eye there.
that's
They've made to protect the tree.
The wilderness warriors are fueling up. After the gnarliest tree.
This little wilderness warrior had dirt on her eyebrows.
Oh.
So hard out in the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna have a nice warm bath tonight when she gets home after her day in being a warrior.
Yeah.
You got a tail, Annie. This is hanging up.
All right, this is quite mystical, hey guys?
feels like a fairy garden.
It does. It feels like it's kind of like a miniature scale almost. Like it's a narrow path. It's barely a path. So this is the Fairy Lake Nature Trail,
Now we
or
can see
Fairy
what-
Creek Nature Trail.
It's like, oh,
It's very quiet except for us.
We're loud! You're supposed have noises when you're in like the forest.
It is true. You don't want to spook a cougar. You want them to know you're coming, so they clear out before they ever. Say sometimes you should just sing. You know. I don't think you have to put all of your gusto into it. Just like a good song.
He's putting all his gusto.
Yeah.
It's quite a statement.
Look how the light comes through, guys. It's like so
Pretty.
peaceful.
Okay,
It's really.
Clear that.
I think how other than the sound we're making, it's so
Yeah.
quiet in here.
Look at the different growths. There's some weird orange stuff.
fungi.
It's really interesting. It's like little jello blobs there growing.
If you don't want to touch it, don't.
Look at the moss over
Oh
there.
my god. The pine needles are so fine, right? It's like really delicate. Little babies. They're little baby pines.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay, keep going, guys.
He's trying to fight me. He's
I
like,
know.
you want to go?
All
You
right,
want to
let's
go?
just be peaceful. We did the funny stuff. Now let's just kind of enjoy nature quietly.
Are we supposed to be loud though?
I think we're loud enough just by the mere presence that we bring with us.
This is kind of neat, this one here. With all the, I'll get more viewers in here.
Hi, Dada.
Hi. How are you doing?
Look what I spotted in the forest.
Look what I spotted. I just thought that this tree here was kind of neat with the way that the moss is hanging down.
Yeah, yeah.
Mom, do you
I
want to
know.
see my
These
nails?
fine needles. Guys, Soren, honey, enough, please.
That is super annoying.
Yeah,
sound.
and we're trying to kind of record and talk about moss and it's pretty, and you're like making these super annoying sounds.
So, I've moved. I jump over those ferns. You ready?
You're a fern jumper. Wow. She's a fern jumper.
I jump over those ferns. And you're like,
I hit them. I'm sorry. I'm back up. You go.
I'm sure there's more ferns to jump over up ahead. Just get some distance between us and them,
we go that way or that way?
so we all make it out of here alive.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take side 15. Side 15 looks good. You guys like side number 20?
Except I want them more moss.
Oh, we'd like a bit more moss, but for now this is the best we've seen.
Certainly the best lakefront spot.
Annie, there's a bit of grassy stuff here.
But it's
So
not.
you have your little tent here, and then you have a nice fire there.
Oh yeah, this is
This is pretty.
We finally found the bonsai, Annie, at Fairy Lake.
I know, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
He-
look, there's a little fishy stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of neat how it's just like out in the middle of the lake there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really neat. And now we're gonna try to we can take the back roads.
To Cowichan Lake.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah.
it's not too bad.
Cowichan Bay, so this would be then making it into a circle tour, so that we wouldn't have to repeat ourselves and go back through Port Renfrew. So hopefully that works out.
Yeah. And weather-wise, we've had a little bit of a mixed bag here.
Yeah, we've had snow,
To say the
hail,
least.
rain, a little bit of sun, but not really.
We are at what is this place
Harris
called?
Canyon.
Harris Canyon. Yeah.
Harris Canyon, I didn't even know this ever existed, but it's quite beautiful.
It is. Yeah. Wow. A lot of water coming down there. What are some pros and cons of like logging that we have seen today?
Well, the cons are it like ruins ecosystems and stuff. And the pros are like it makes it so that you can get to places. Like we would be on this road if it weren't for logging.
And also we saw this campsite where it was property by this logging area called Timber West.
Definitely scars the hillsides when we drive past, like especially right now we're driving across from Port Renfrew back to Cowichan bay, and we're driving through some sections of road where it's really scarred on the side, like little, quite ugly really. And I think we've all seen that. But then you'll go through sections where it's had a few years to recover, and the trees are maybe 20 years ago logged, and then it actually is not bad. It kind of looks nice to see it coming back. It takes 1,000 years to grow an old growth tree. You're not going to get that back. Once you cut it, it's gone. And so I would question at the value. I don't quite understand why logging companies, what's the value in an old growth tree? Because they seem to me to be pretty rough, some of them. They were like sort of rotten in the middle and had a lot of growths and gnarly bits on them, and you know, the root systems were quite extensive. It seems like there's a lot more straighter lumber, I guess, and solid lumber that's newer than those 1,000-year-old trees.
Okay, so we are back off the logging road, the back road, and I would say, from my perspective, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be, like from what I remember a few years ago. So for people to go around here again, I would probably recommend this road over taking the one out to Renfrew.
Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and turn on post notifications, and leave a comment down below.
See you next week.